You need to find a comfortable place to weave. Ideally, the fixed end of the warp should be higher than the weaving end. Photographs show warps attached to window frame catches which are quite high. I use a G-clamp attached to a windowsill because the warp needs to be stretched taut. The one end is fixed to the G-clamp. Here is the end of the warp that we made when we threaded the heddle. You can see the loop of warp ends. Through this loop we pass a loop of sturdier cord, and it is this that goes over the G-clamp to hold the fixed end of the warp. The other end, the weaving end of the warp, is tied to a belt around the waist of the weaver. This can be as simple as a sturdy cord. We now have to tie the warp ends around the back strap. First of all, divide the warp ends into two sections. Then first take one section over the back strap and then the other. And now we have to adjust the warp until all warp ends are at the same tension and that the heddle is level on the warp. If you pull first on one side and then on the other, you will see that the heddle rocks from side to side. We need to find a point of equilibrium so that it's level on the warp, and then tie the warp ends. Tie the warp ends around the back strap. If it doesn't quite meet, you just adjust your tie until it is level on the warp, like that. The pattern chart shows only the pattern threads, and weaving starts from the bottom of the chart. The coloured squares indicate which of the pattern threads should appear on the surface of the band. When starting to weave, we insert some narrow thin sticks to use as spacers at the start, because this helps to show up any uneven tension which can be corrected before weaving starts. So we lift the heddle with the right hand and lower it with the left hand. Now look at the pattern chart. We want to lift the heddle and insert the shuttle into the first shed A. So we pick up 1, 3 and 5 of the pattern threads. Turn the shuttle on one side and insert your first spacer. Now for shed B, we lower the heddle, pick up 2 and 4 with the shuttle, turn it on one side and insert the second spacer. So this helps to spread the warp and show up any uneven tension. We now need to secure the weft at the beginning of the weaving. We need to lift the heddle for pick A, and we pick up with the tip of the shuttle 1, 3 and 5. Take the shuttle down and take it through, leaving a long piece of weft on the left side. Now we lower the heddle for pick B and we pick up the pattern threads 2 and 4. Take the shuttle down, but then we take the loose end of weft from the left and push it through to the right, and then take the shuttle through to the left. There are now 2 ends of weft in the same shed, and we can pull it to bring the band together. Now raise the heddle for pick C, and we pick up again numbers 1, 3 and 5 with the point of the shuttle. Take the shuttle down. You can check that you've selected the correct ones, turn the shuttle on edge and take the weft back through again. So again there are 2 weft ends in the same shed. Now we lower the heddle for pick D and pick D has no pattern threads selected. So we take the shuttle and we move it across the top of the pattern thread so none appear on the surface. And we can beat, take the weft through, we pinch it at the right hand side and then pull it through, and there we've done the first 4 picks and secured the weft at the beginning of the band. The pattern can now be started. I will now weave the first 6 picks so that you can see the sequence. So we raise the heddle to open the shed and pick 1, we pick up the centre pattern thread only. Take the shuttle down to the fell of the band, you can check that you've selected the correct one. Take the shuttle through, pinch the weft at the left side and then gently pull to the right. Now lower the heddle, and now we pick up the centre 3 pattern threads with the tip of the shuttle. Take the shuttle down, check that you've selected the correct pattern threads, take the shuttle through, pinch this time at the right hand side and take the thread through to the left. The third pick, raise the heddle, and now we pick up all 5 pattern threads, so that means you just gently put the shuttle underneath the layer of pattern threads. Take it down, there's all 5 on the surface. Take the shuttle through, pinch and tug. Now lower the heddle, pick up the centre 3 pattern threads, beat, take it through, pinch and tug. Raise the heddle, we now just pick up the centre pattern thread for pick 5, take the shuttle down, check that you've made the correct selection, take the shuttle through, pinch and tug, and now lower the heddle for pick 6 and no pattern threads are selected, so the shuttle goes over the layer of pattern threads. Take it down to the fell of the band, you can check that you've made, in this case, no selection. Take the weft through, pinch on the right and pull it through. We've now completed the pattern repeat. Here is the first pattern repeat. As you can see, the coloured pattern threads sit snugly together. The weft pulls the warp ends in to make the width of the band. Do not bring the heddle too close to the fell of the band. The warp ends are forced outwards and this makes it very difficult to keep an even width. I've woven a few pattern repeats. Once the woven end of the warp is long enough, you can wrap it around the back strap and secure it with a clip-it. Do not carry on weaving until you're stretching too far to be comfortable. Remember your posture. So first, remove the spacers. Then undo the knot around the back strap and then pull the weaving end of the warp around, and then we can secure it with the clip-it. Make sure, of course, that the heddle is still level on the warp. There.